So these are the top 5 libraries or tools that I use in pretty much any project. I can't really imagine developing without these. And number one is AlamoFire. AlamoFire is a networking library written in Swift, right in the description. And it pretty much just condenses down the networking calls into just the simplest of readable forms. Like the OG way to make a network call in Swift is, I wouldn't call it complicated, but it's ugly. I would call it ugly. And in AlamoFire, it's condensed down into one line if it needs to be. And this is probably my most used library. Um, the guys take care of it. It's updated quickly. I've never had an issue with it. Issues are taken care of, if there are any, very quickly. And yeah, this is probably my number one. My number two project is Swifty JSON, and I pretty much use this in conjunction with AlamoFire to handle my JSON. And as you can see right in the documentation, the OG way of doing handling JSON in Swift is fairly ugly. I won't even say that. I'm not even gonna shoot it bail like that. It is ugly. I hate the way that it is in OG. The OG way of doing it in Swift is just disgusting. And in Swifty JSON, look how it's condensed down. Just look at it. All the optionals are gone. All the tries are gone. This is pretty much it. I've never had an issue with it. It's probably my second most used library, and I always use this alongside AlamoFire. And like I said, it's updated pretty much all the time. I personally had no issues with it, and I would recommend you checking it out. Another library that I use is SD Web Image, and it's pretty much just a asynchronous image downloader. And so for like collection views or table views or pretty much anything that needs to fetch an image from a server or an API or whatever, and you got to do it in the background. This is pretty much that. And if I could find a little example in here, here we go. So pretty much you just take your image view and you set the image to whatever the URL is for the image. You can also set placeholders, and that's what really attracted me to it, was the placeholder. Because, like if you're loading up somebody's profile and you need a placeholder image in place, or if you go to any popular social networking platform now, they have something like this. And I think Instagram uses this. I'm pretty sure they use AlamoFire, but they used to have the library thing. I think they still do in their settings. You can go look at them. But this is one of my most used libraries, definitely. And like I said, they keep it updated. I've never had an issue out of this library, and I highly recommend it. Another library that I use, that I've actually just recently started to use very often, is SnapKit, because I started to stray away from using storyboards just to save memory and confusion. I didn't like the OG way of doing it, the constraints in programmatically. So I tried to find a library for it, a wrapper for it, and I found SnapKit. And I can't imagine going back. I mean, just look at how verbose it is. I mean, you call make constraints on a view, and you're pretty much telling it, like, I want to make my width, I want to make the width and the height equal to this, or I want to center it equal to this, and you can divide it by a certain amount, or you can offset it. I mean, it's very simple. Right now at least, I can't imagine not using this, at least until Swift UI gets popular. But even still, I mean, still gonna use this. I mean, this is probably one of the best recent libraries I started using, and they keep it updated. I've so far past few months, I've never had an issue out of it, and I highly recommend it. Another library that I use is KeepOneManager, and it pretty much does what it says it does. It manages your keyboard for you. Like, for example, if you're typing, it'll move the view up for you and bring the keyboard up instead of you having to do that on your own. Yeah, I mean, but the thing with this, I have had problems with this library. I don't always use it. I mean, you could turn it on and off per view controller, but still, it's not perfect. I mean, it's not hard to make your own keyboard manager. I mean, you can use it if you just need your view controller to go up so you can show the keyboard. But if you're doing anything else, I mean, it is what it is. I use it a lot. You know, it's pretty good. I recommend it still. Just check it out. And that is my top 5 tools or libraries that I use for most of my projects. And I really can't imagine living without most of them. And leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. To tell me how I did on the video. Trying to get back into making tutorials again. And yeah, that's it.